Welcome back to this episode of Cope's Corner. I'm your host, Mike Copenhaver, aka Real Mike. You can find me on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, all at the like of KOPSKORNER. Stoked to be here to talk about some UFC, MMA in our life going down this weekend. We're going to talk about the UFC on ABC3, which is Brian Ortega versus Yair Rodriguez. It's going to be an absolutely amazing scrap going down. Then also we're going to go over the last week's UFC Fight Night Dos Anjos versus Fiziev, which was an absolute a great main event. The card was pretty lackluster in the sense, but really appreciate you guys being here as always to join me to talk about some mixed martial arts. Hope you and your family are doing well. First sponsor that I'd like to think of the show is Melon Brand Hats. It's MELIN. It's a luxury line of hats that my boy Brian McDonald's, one of the co-founders, came up with in high school. Talked about how we'd have a hat line unlike anything else that you've ever seen. Really intricate patterns, things that you've never seen before. They just came out with these adventure hats that support all the parks, around the United States. One of them is the Juniper that supports the redwoods. This one is the Big Sur crushed hydro that supports obviously the coast. And then there's the Yosemite one that's a stone gray, and then a Joshua tree one that's dope. That's like a tan. Just dropped. They still got the neon hydro edition that just dropped. So make sure you go to Melon Brand Hats and get yourself a dope hat to separate yourself from the pack. And secondly, I'd like to thank FokiStuff.com, baby. It's that Guamanian gear. My boy Rome from Guam came up with this Islander vibe where they have they have blankets, shirts, hats, fanny packs, all kinds of really, really cool stuff that all supports the Islanders over there from Guam. So make sure you go over there and give them some love. And then thirdly, and most importantly, we have Sua Law Group. My boy Brandon Sua. I've been friends with him ever since. Slogan from my boy over from Guam, Foki specifically. But Sua Law Group, they do criminal law, family law, and personal injury. If you doesn't matter what you need them for, they'll be there to have your back. My boy Brandon Sua's dad was a LAPD officer, so he's really well versed in law from the police side, but he also is very well versed from if you are from the deviant side and need some help from the crooked DA, and some of those cops are a little corrupt. So make sure as you go. If you need any help from the 805 or Los Angeles, California, shout out Sua Law Group, the best attorneys there is. So I really appreciate y'all being here. And with that said, my man, Mr. B, the MMA guy, is here. Oh shit, B. Oh, you got the mask on today, bro?
Yeah, I got a mask on, man.
You have
it's
to,
not
right?
really for me. Yeah, I have to. Yeah, I have to wear it in my house.
Yeah, how's your family? What's up, Gary Boxing MMA? I appreciate you, boy, my dude, one of the best supporters of the show.
What's up? Yeah, man. So I've been here. Mom's caught it.
How's
now
the
my
kid?
my younger brother got it. Kids are okay though. Everybody's kind of masked up in here, but they're all right. My little nephew, he had a fever. He had a crazy fever, but he's a lot better though.
Nice.
He's negative.
Kids are they're prone to getting high fevers. I worked in the ambulance for a long time in Los Angeles. You can get to like 102 and it's not even so bad, but once you get a little higher, it gets real scary for a long time.
Yeah. So that's what happened. His fever was pretty
what's
high.
What's up with the mask, Gary? Is that sadly V's mom, I believe, his little brother, they have COVID over there.
Yeah, my younger brother, they got COVID.
He lives in very close quarters with them, and it is what
it's kind of a crazy situation.
Even though B is jabbed over there. He's a little bit safe. You think he's safe, but you still want to have the mask just in case, because I don't want B to get sick. He just came out of the hospital too. You got to
remember. Exactly.
Hey, motherfuckers, I ain't trying to lose B. Maybe me, but not B. All right. But no, I definitely, whatever helps you when you definitely have someone sick over there. It's there's reasons, for it.
Yeah,
but
so if I got to get up and go over there, I just keep it on, man. But it's all right, though.
No worries. Yeah. Like I said, I really do believe that certain people, if you have people in your family in direct vicinity, probably helpful. If you're diabetic or if you're prone to have certain issues, probably it doesn't hurt. I'm not a big fan of them. But I don't get into that shit at all. So all I care about is my boy B being safe, his family recovering, and that's all that matters is love and peace around here. No politics, no bullshit out loud. This is the first time that we've ever fucking talked about a mask ever on Coke.
For word.
And it's only, hey, it ain't Halloween, motherfuckers. He ain't fucking Surgeon 101 over there. But
Facts,
yeah,
man.
so but I have much love and prayers to your families. I'm stoked to have you here. Last weekend's UFC event was Dos Anjos took on Fiziev in the main event.
Yes.
That was probably one of the better fights of the night. It was two events in a row, kind of UFC wise, kind of lackluster in my opinion. I'm not just saying that because I lost one of two bets, but for a card that I threw down only two bets, it sucked major balls to lose $20. I lost 0.2 units. We went 1-for-1. We won. Kennedy and Zekchu beat the fuck out of Carl Robertson, just like we talked about round 3. Elbows from back mount, but we did lose. Ronnie Lawrence, probably the fucking one of the worst bets I've ever made. So I'm sorry.
I'm heated about that myself.
Dude, Syed Karamonov beat the fucking brakes off Ronnie Lawrence. Wrestled him, whatever, punched him in his face, standing up, did whatever he wanted to do. But I'm not going to go into, I don't think, to all the UFC. I went over the bets that we had. We went 1-for-1, ended up losing fucking 0.2 units, first loss in almost a month, pretty much in the sense. But, $20, almost a scratch even event, when you're having fun. But the event was not, other than the two bets, me and Mr. B were like right on the money with our picks. I scored so many points on my Verdict MMA that I scored, I think, like 5,000 something combined, and which is crazy because they were Verdict MMA was having a challenge with MMA Lock of the Night. Shout out Boy is in the finals versus Booger Beard. But dude, they got in the finals with like 2,700 points. I fucking smashed motherfuckers with my points. Verdict MMA don't even want to shout me out, but it's all right. It's all right. Numbers speak for themselves. They know where the king is, motherfuckers. But last weekend's events, I'm gonna go over, I guess, some highlights. Highlight is Syed Karamonov looked amazing versus Ronnie Lawrence. Kennedy Zekchu, amazing versus Carl Robertson. David Onama did exactly what he should do at a negative whatever.
Yeah.
Things we'll get into with Antonio Shevchenko light took on Courtney Casey. And I'm so glad I didn't bet this because I picked Shevchenko light for the first time. I didn't even want to pick her, but I picked her. She ended up winning a split decision. To be honest, to be fair, to be square, Courtney Casey, she probably should have won that one, but I'm not going to hate because I picked Shevchenko, but it was not a real win. What do you say about that, B?
Shit. Yeah. It's a very weird fight, man. You could have gave it to Courtney based on possibly on that third, but I think she fucked up because of those first 2 rounds, man. She didn't push enough in those first 2 rounds, man. Really upset me because that's the way she always fights. Homegirl got reach and never uses her jab. She has a jab.
Cheers,
Somebody on Twitter came up to me, talked to me and said, "Oh, because Antonina's a southpaw, so it doesn't make sense to use the jab because of her left hand." You seen that third round? You seen how bad Antonina was missing with that left hand, that straight left hand? Man, get out of here, bro. That fight could go in the garbage, man. That's how I felt, man.
I don't want to say I don't want to say it, but normally I have the thing where the better butt wins the fight. This Antonio Shevchenko light does not have a bigger butt, but she is pretty hot. Of the two girls, Shevchenko was the hotter girl. I'm just saying, pretty much the hotter.
Man. Courtney should have had that. Courtney should have had that, man.
I know. I'm
upset, bro.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what room number Shevchenko gave to the judge. They came and hung out that night. I wish it was me, but it wasn't. The point is that Castaner and Casey really did get screwed, and I didn't even pick her. I'm very glad that I didn't bet Shevchenko light, and I saw through. Or actually, I would have won actually picking Shevchenko, but it was gross to see you win on something so weak. But either way,
Antonina should get cut. She should get cut.
Yeah,
get the hell out of the UFC.
But the next fight of the night was Cody Brundage took on our boy Trishan Gore. And I'm so glad, if you go back last week and you listen to me, I didn't bet this fight because I like Trishan Gore too much. And I held back on my emotions, and I'm so glad I did. I did that multiple times on this card. Saved you motherfuckers money back to back. The next one was a joke, but we'll get into that when we get there. Trishan Gore got his motherfucking ass kicked, knocked into a shadow realm from hell. Looked like a dude from Soul Reaver on PS2, PS1. Cody Brundage beat the fuck out of Trishan Gore. What we say about that, B?
Yeah, that was
we picked Trishan.
That was some shit. Yeah, we picked Trishan. But I had to replay to see what the hell hit Trishan, man. Because Trishan got hit with something from out of nowhere and flew. I was like, yo, what the hell was that? And then he got knocked into unconsciousness and woke back up and then got knocked into unconsciousness again by Cody. Cody was not playing around. Cody was not playing around.
He looked phenomenal, man. And I love watching, guys to come through like that. And I mean, if you listen to me last week, once again, like Gore, possibly might have bet Gore, but I was like, you know what? There's too many emotions. I don't like it. Cody Brundage in my initial weigh-ins lean, I didn't like that. I said he looked big, and he did look big. And once he got not only did he knock him down as a wrestler, he fucking knocked him unconscious on top of him, and it was vicious, man. So shout out to Cody Brundage for that there, even though we didn't have no bet there, no smoke. But the next fight of the night was Jamie with the ugly faced malarkey took on Michael motherfucking Johnson. And somehow, some motherfuckers gave this fight to Jamie Malarkey. Ugliest face in the world. I'd shave my dog's butt and tell him to walk backwards and he wouldn't be as ugly as this fool. Michael Johnson, I felt like dropped him in the first. Did better in the third. Outvolleyed him. Outstruck him. Yes, he did get dropped himself one time in the first round as well, so the first round could be hairy and scary. But Michael Johnson at a plus 195, plus 190 underdog, I felt like he did the damn thing. I felt like he won a split decision. He ended up losing a split decision to Jamie Malarkey. And I have to sit here and say I was wrong about Jamie Malarkey. I'm not saying I'm wrong about this one, B. I'll say I'm wrong a lot of the times. He's ugly. I can't wait to bet against him again.
Yeah. I kind of thought Michael Johnson did enough to win the fight too, man. Yeah, he landed a lot better. I know the second round he kind of lost a little bit of steam, but I felt that he put the pressure back on in the third round there, and I think he did enough to beat Malarkey. I think he landed a little bit of the sharper shots there, to do the damn thing and get the win on the split decision. But they gave it to Malarkey, man. Not for nothing, Malarkey. That's a tough son of a bitch. But man.
These judges be smoking crack.
Judges gave it to Malarkey. That shit was like, God damn, man.
They're not even watching the fights. It's crazy.
I'm like, that's what I said. Like, yo, when I see what happened with Casey and Shevchenko, I was like, oh, we're gonna get some shit here, man. And then that's what happened.
Yeah.
I was like, come on, though, man. Malarkey was getting lit up, though. Like he's like,
so either way, shout out Malarkey got the W, but I mean, I'm gonna be waiting and hunting in the fucking weeds in the trees, looking like a Vietnamese trying to snipe your ass on the next bout that you have a chance to get your motherfucking ass kicked, Jamie Malarkey, because your face is fucking ugly. I don't care. I'm not taking nothing back with you. You ugly. You ugly. Your mom told you ugly. Next fight of the night was Eamon Zahabi took on Ricky Terichos. And this is one of the ones where it was really fucking boring. Really sad to say. I told a couple people, I was like, yeah, bro, wait till you see Ricky Terichos. He's a lot of fun. He's a wild man. Blah, 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 blah. As I was watching, I was like, God damn, he's flat-footed and broad-shouldered and sucks major dick at striking. And Eamon Zahabi actually peppered him with leg kicks, ended up winning a unanimous. Was it unanimous? Hold on.
Yeah, it was unanimous decision.
Unanimous decision on that one. So, shout out to Zahabi cashing as a little bit of slight underdog. Man, Ricky looked real bad there. What do you say about that?
Yeah, Ricky looked fucking horrible, man. Ricky looked really horrible. He tried to play. He tried to outstrike. I don't know what the hell game plan they sent Tercios out there with, man. Because I don't know how you're going to be standing there trying to go toe-to-toe with Zahabi. That's Zahabi's pleasure, man. You got to mix it up. And he did try to mix it up with like one or two takedown attempts through the fight. But it wasn't enough. I expected a little bit more pressure from Tercios, a little bit of a mix-up type of game. Something that he gave us from Tough, man. But that shit wasn't there at all. It wasn't there at all, man. And Zahabi just pretty much easy breezy, man.
It was
Easy
crazy.
breezy.
It was. I mean, it was funny. Is shout out to J.R. Gomez, my boy JJ from Simi Valley, California. When I shoot shit with all the time here, took us $20 for that Jared Cannonier fight that he made himself famous for. He actually during the fights we were chilling, and he was saying like, "No, Amon won that fight, bro. He out leg kicked him. He saw a lot of striking. He saw a lot of striking points that I didn't even care to see. I was so disgusted with the fight in general, and I guess that maybe could happen as fans or bettors. Is you just
sometimes
you're so fucking blinded for your side or your team in the sense I like Ricky Trishos better, and so I didn't even see the leg kicks. I couldn't even add them up. I had no bet on it, but JJ, my boy JR Gomez, he grew up doing karate and a bunch of other things. Has some good kicks over here in Simi. He brought that up, and I was pretty impressed with the fact that he called that he was going to win. He actually wanted to bet him live. In lives, the hobby was like negative or plus 400.
He went from a plus. He went from a plus something to like a negative 4 by the end of the fight. Yeah.
But shout out to any motherfucker who called that fight straight out with no bullshit, didn't listen to anyone else's leans. Because I just didn't have the hobby winning that fight. I thought he would lose a decision. But he didn't bet it. Don't give a fuck. Didn't cash me any bets. Next fight of the night was a sloppy, doppy thing that we talked about would be. Ended up being a much better fight than I actually expected. I picked Chase Sherman to beat Jared Vandeveer because Vandeveer is slow, flat-footed, gross. I rarely say it. I've been trying not to talk shit about people overweight, but Jared Vandeveer is really that dude. But to his defense, it was a pretty good fight for heavyweight fighters throwing volume for 3 rounds. Chase Sherman defeated Jared Vandeveer by a KO TKO in round 3. But, dude, Jared had Chase wobbled, rocked, scared a few times. Chase Sherman bit down his mouthpiece and fucking threw them hands and knew that he was the more superior alpha male and won and did the damn thing. That was actually a good fight, right, Beef?
Yeah, it turned out to be a lot better than I thought. We did talk about it during the show though. With Vandeveer and his output, he had a couple fights where he was striking. It would come down to whether Vandeveer would wrestle, or clinch up against Sherman. And there was a lot of movement for 2 big heavyweight dudes. There was a lot of movement involved, a lot of little footwork and little dance steps and other shit going on there. But really good job by Sherman to catch his second win there, man, and put on the pressure in that 3rd round, land those shots, and then just bury him, man. Jeez, boy, that was a good win and a needed win by Chase Sherman.
And as shitty as the event was, that ended up being one of the best fights of the night in the sense, as lackluster as I thought it would be before when we broke it down last week, ended up being one of the better fights that made me a little bit more excited. So Chase Sherman, the vanilla gorilla, ends up surviving. The next fight of the night was Said Nurmagomedov took on Douglas Silva de Andrade. And we go here last week, and I told you the negative 550 said Said was going to win. I didn't say he was just going to win. I said he was going to win by motherfucking decision. And that's exactly what that motherfucker did. Defeated Douglas Silva de Andrade by 3-round decision. So you're welcome for those fucking points on Verdict MMA. When it's negative 550 and your money line is negative 550, cool, bro. You called the favorite that's negative 550, Cope. You don't have any fucking skill at all. But when I say by decision, what the fuck's up now, bitch? What's up then, bro? What's up? Cash that for 1-for-1 if he did that. It was plus 110, I believe, for him on decision. So either way, I picked the right side. It is what it is. What do you say about this fight, B? Other than his kicks were pretty good, yeah?
Good kicks. Andrade is a very strong mofo, bro.
Yeah.
Damn, he's as strong as hell, man. He had Nurmagomedov in a little bit of trouble, a little bit on that grappling aspect. A little bit. Was trying to grapple up with Said himself. But really good matchup, man. Really good matchup. When it went as expected. There's going to be some high-level grappling going on, some really good striking going on between the two. A really good complete game shown. But, yeah, Nurmagomedov got the win, man. Decision. It would have been hell if he would have got a submission or a TKO KO, but the decision was the most logical way to go there, man. Andrade is too tough. So yeah, good job by Saeed, man. Good job by that man Saeed Nurmagomedov.
When you pick decision and you can get a little bit better odds, then that makes it, you could actually worthwhile betting such a high favorite, but is what it is. Next fight of the night was Kyle Barallo took on Armen Petrosian. And in this fight in the co-main event, Kyle Barallo looked really good in all 3 rounds versus Armen Petrosian. Had a really good single leg, double leg, especially an explosive double leg that ended up taking Armen down almost any time he needed to. Gave Armen absolutely no chance to strike. So shout out to Kyle Barallo for defeating him here. Any thoughts on this one, B?
Nah, pretty straightforward, man. We knew Barallo was gonna go in there, fight real smart, fight super tactical. Got in there, locked Armen down, stopped a lot of that kicking from going on, a lot of that range, kept his ass seated on the ground, and just pretty much just pummeled up on him. Got those transitions going a little bit, locked him down, 3 rounds, easy work, man. There's a reason why they put him on the co-main. Playing with the hearts of the betters because, Petrosian beat RoboCop. So that was that, man. Barallo's good. Good guy, man. Good guy.
Because the fact that Armen did do so good versus RoboCop, I had a little bit of love for him in the sense, but no bet there for us. But Mr. B was on the fighting, was MMA Fight Nerds. What is it? MMA what?
Fight Nerds, yeah.
Yeah, Fight Nerds. So, but on that one there, we both ended up picking Kyle Barallo in the end. No bets there. But next fight of the night was RDA. Rafael Dos Anjos took on Rafael Fiziev. And this was an absolute treat in the sense I felt like RDA was winning this fight all the way up into about the 5th round. It was very close. It can go either way. Some people had it 3-1. Some people had 2-2 going in the 4th. And into the 5th, if you had it 2-2, I felt like RDA was winning until the moment that Rafael Fiziev ended up fucking landing a KO, TKO, and knocking the fuck out of RDA and cashing the under 4.5 for you bettors out there. What about this fight, B? I mean, it was one of the better fights of the night if we had any.
Yeah, man. New blood, super tough OG in RDA. RDA went in there and showed people why RDA is the guy, man. He went in there throwing heavy heat, throwing the leg kicks, looking to get up on Fiziev. Fiziev was moving, ducking and dodging, showing his striking skills, that acumen. Also showed a little bit of extra things that we ain't seen from him before. You know what I mean? Muscled up with RDA a little bit. Little surprised to see that. But yeah, man, the striking, I think the striking from Fiziev just started adding up a little bit on RDA. But RDA was weathering some of it until that 5th round came. And Fiziev looked a little bit like fatigued. And he came off 5th round. He looked for his opportunity, wrapped it up, man.
I thought RDA and RDA looked like he had a second win, looked like he had more team, more everything going in the 5th round. And Fiziev said, "Nah, fuck you, Joe Boo. I do this shit myself." And fucking knocked RDA out cold. So with that said, we ended up going 1 for 1, or 1 for 1. Lost 1, won 1, ended up losing $20, 0.2 units. It is what the fuck it is. I'm actually, after that event being so lackluster and the one before that, just happy to skate out of there, not getting absolutely dominated and penetrated by these fights here, because some of them were vicious in the sense, though. But this weekend it's UFC on ABC3. Brian Ortega versus Yair Rodriguez should be an absolute treat. They have a jiu-jitsu specialist and then a striker specialist at that. It's going to be really, really fun. Are you excited for these fights, B?
Oh, yes. Yes, I am. Because they're taking place a little while away from me.
Dude.
Up in Union there, Long Island.
I wish we were there.
Oh, boy. Yeah, man. That's actually around Ted's Way.
Okay,
around
cool.
Ted's Way, yeah.
Nice. Okay, cool. So, with that said, the first fight of the night is Jessica Penne, the OG veteran, takes on Emily Ducote.
Yes.
Right now, Emily Ducote is 11-6. She is. You know what, dude? They don't even have her age listed. It says 1994. 94 is what? I'm 85, so it's 10 years younger than me. What? 30,
She's
like
about
25?
28. I think she's about
Yeah,
28.
28,
About
28.
28. Yeah.
It's crazy. Fucking Tapology has that shit listed like that. It's like thanks a lot, bro. You do me a lot of favors right there. Oh, actually, it says it right there. It's funny. It has it on this screen, but not on the screen on this on her personal screen. Watch this.
Mm.
I'll go there, and right here just says her birthday, age. Oh, I'm a fucking retard. It does say it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe too much alcohol. Sorry, folks. Don't drink too much. I don't know.
Mike, where Mike go? Mike disappeared. Oh shit. Hold on, wait for Mike. He come back. He come back, y'all. He pressing everything. There
Jesus
you go.
Christ. Yeah.
I just said it. Wait, no.
Total fucking rookie right now, dude. But yeah, I got too fired up on the fact that I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. But let me get the screen share back going because totally glitched for you guys. But yeah, so Emily Ducote is 11-6. She's 28 years old. I swear to fucking God, it didn't say that earlier. But I'm gonna have to just shut up. 5-2, 6-4 with a 3-fight win streak. She's fighting out of Oklahoma City. Born in San Jose, last took on Alicia Zappaleta and Invicta FC 47, won by doctor stoppage in round 2.
Yes.
That girl was 9-3. Then she beat Danielle Taylor, a former UFC fighter. Really scrappy, strong, short-based girl. Well ran all around, but didn't end up making it just a little too small. That's why she beat her in Invicta right across the head kick round 1. Pretty impressive in my eyes. Beat Juliana Lima, unanimous decision. Invicta FC 40, another veteran. The only time she's lost is just decisions. This girl, Emily Ducote. Sorry, 1 second. Strong beaters. I was gonna see. Yep, I fucked that up. I thought I had her BJJ rank on there, but I don't. So yeah, she's taking on Jessica Penne. Emily Ducote is Jessica Penne is 14-5. She's 39 years old. 2-fight win streak, 5'5", 67.5-inch reach. Fights out of Alliance MMA. Shout out to Eric Del Fiero over there, head coach over there, striking coach, head coach. Period. Dominic Cruz, a bunch of other great fighters over there. My brother War Machine, his old manager and whatnot. Really, really good dude and really, really smart dude. She's Jessica Penne is a BJJ black belt. That's what I was looking for. I don't know how the fuck that I didn't write that down in my notes. That's what I was looking at my notes, and I don't know. It's like I usually write down exactly what rank the BJJ is on each of them. I knew that one of them was a BJJ black belt, and I didn't write it down.
Right.
Just pisses me off when I do that stuff. But either Jessica Penne here has gotten really lucky in the last few fights. She fought KK. KK has not been the KK that we've all seen. She beat KK by armbar round 1. KK did not fucking care at all. KK. And she beat Lupita Godinez by split decision. Cool. Yeah. Lupita Godinez she's scrappy. That's about all you can give her. Right now, the odds makers have Jessica Penne as a plus 140 underdog on 5 dimes, a negative 150 comeback for Emily Ducote. But I like the younger fighter here, Emily Ducote. I feel like Jessica Penne has been skating on thin ice. I feel like her nose is super breakable, fragile. You look at her pictures there, her nose has been broken in the past. She is a very pretty girl. She looks like a girl that belongs in a real nice dress on an evening at a steakhouse. I just don't see her being the toughest girl. I feel like the age experience, everything is for Emily Ducote, but no bet here. I want to, but I just can't in the sense because Jessica Penne wins these split decisions out of nowhere. What do you say, B?
This is a really good fight. Finally glad to see Emily Ducote show up in the UFC cage, man. It's been a long time coming. Former Invicta strawweight champ. Good fight here for her against Jessica Penne. Penne is a veteran in the sport, former Invicta atomweight champ. Kind of rough run here at strawweight she's had. She got beat up to bits by Joanna Jędrzejczyk at one point where she fought for the strawweight title in the UFC. She has that nose. That nose is there to get hit. The strike is not always 100% there, but where she lacks in her striking, she makes up a lot for in her grappling, man. That jiu-jitsu is really strong, really some good world-class grappling there. Ducote, she wrestles. She mainly wrestles. She also has an improved striking game, man. She's catching her stride here. It's a tough matchup to pick, though. I like Dakota. Dakota does just she offers a pretty good wrestling game, pretty good stand up. I fear for her on the ground though. I fear if this hits the ground though because Panay got a nasty armbar herself, and Dakota's only been finished twice in her career
No
by
sub.
by both by submissions,
Oh,
both
were
by
they?
armbars, if I remember correctly.
Let me go back.
I know Lima Lay caught her
Okay,
in
you're right. You're
Bellator,
right.
and
Back in the
she had
day, yeah.
one way before, yeah. So good fight, high pressure situation here. This is somewhat late, not quite late fill-in. Um, but I might take Panay here, man. I might take Panay. I might
Yeah,
take Panay over Dakota here.
and that's why with this fight here, I would bet Dakota if I really felt like there wasn't a chance for Jessica Penne to get an armbar. You're 100% correct. It was one time as a professional, one time as an amateur, she got subbed. And that is scary. And I hate tappers, B. And Jessica Penne
Yeah,
could get her to tap on the ground. I just don't see her as a fighter. I don't feel like she's 100% there. I feel like she's getting older. So that's why I'm leaning Emily Dakota. But
yeah.
no bet here. Mr. B might be onto something, but we will be back next week to talk about it. Next fight of the night should be a good one. Motherfucking Dwight Grant, the body snatcher, takes on Dustin Stoltz. Let you break it down first, B.
Let's go, man. Let's take it into consideration here, ladies and gentlemen. We got a middleweight fight. Dwight Grant is moving up weight, ladies and gentlemen. The body snatcher Dwight Grant is 11-5, man. 37 years old, 6'1" with the 76.5-inch reach. Currently riding a 2-fight losing streak out of American Kickboxing Academy. Fighting out of New York, New York. That's why he's here on this card. He's on as I said, 2-fight losing streak. Last fight he fought Sergey Kandasco. If you guys remember, we called this one where Sergey knocked him out, man. In round 2, overhand left to ground strikes. He lost. That was back in April. Of this year. Before that, he lost a split decision to Francisco Trinaldo. He beat Stefan Sekulic. Lost to Daniel Rodriguez. He was if I remember, he was on Alliance. He was an Alliance team member. Then he switched over now to American Kickboxing Academy.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
guy has
Like
good
Grant.
striking. Yeah, good striking. Really good range. He's a big guy, man. He was a big guy for welterweight. So him moving up to middleweight,
Oh, he thick.
yeah, was an eventual move. But it's interesting now because he's going up against Dustin Stoltzfus, who is 13-4, 30 years old, 6 foot tall with a 75-inch reach out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Currently riding a
Shout out
three-fight
PA,
losing
baby.
streak. He's currently riding a 3-fight losing streak, which when guys are put in this streak of losses, man, they're coming out for blood. So his last 3 fights went and so where he lost to Gerald Mearshart by a rear naked choke in round 3. That was a horrible showing. Rodolfo Vieira, rear naked choke in a minute 54 in round 3. And Kyle Dawkins beat him unanimous decision. Before that, he had that win against Joseph Pfeiffer on the Contender Series where he threw Homeboy in the air, dropped him down, and broke Homie's arm. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. Nasty break. But yeah, man. Stoltzfus mainly wrestles. He's a grappler, somewhat of a wrestler of sorts. Striking is okay. He hasn't done anything particularly impressive.
Nothing.
Um,
Not a goddamn thing.
No, he's gotten a lot of wins regionally. He's gotten some submissions and some KOs, TKOs, a lot of decisions. But so far being in the UFC, he hasn't really done much special stuff. You know what I mean? For him to get outstruck by Rodolfo Vieira was kind of fucking crazy because Rodolfo Vieira mainly grapples. He don't strike. You know what I mean? And that was when Rodolfo finally got his striking together. You got outstruck by that guy. That's crazy. Then Mearshart pretty much just beat him up after Stoltzfus was grappling and beating him up. He came back and beat him up, knocked him down, submitted him. You know, I would sit there and look and be like, well, Stoltzfus is gonna come out there and definitely try to wrestle Grant. I don't think Grant's gonna give him that space or that opportunity to really wrestle him much.
Right. That's right.
I'm looking for Grant to pretty much go out there, um, defend a bit, move around a bit, and land some shots, and possibly take Stoltzfus out with a big possible. I can see a KO TKO, probably the TKO, with a nasty head kick setup and follow up punches, or possibly a barrage similar to kind of what he did to Daniel Rodriguez at one point in their fight, before Rodriguez turned that shit around. But yeah, man, I think I'm gonna go with Grant on this one, man. I think Grant will probably get this done.
Nice. That's exactly how I feel.
Yeah.
Great breakdown. I love we feel the same on the matter. I feel like Dwight Grant is just a tougher motherfucker. If you saw these two in an alleyway, you saw them in a bar, Dwight Grant, I just feel like would body Dustin Stoltzfus in the sense. The grappling of Dustin Stoltzfus is everything you need to watch out for. But Dwight Grant hasn't lost to submission. He hasn't really had like the biggest Achilles heel when it comes to that. And that's why in this situation, I actually like Dwight Grant a lot. I feel like his striking is superior. Is definitely his power 100%. He has the power factor. He could silence and just fucking knock the shit out of Dustin Stoltzfus if the Dwight Grant that we both are talking about ends up showing up in this fight. The odds makers opened up Dwight Grant. They thought exactly like you and I thought. Negative 175 favorite for Dwight Grant. Right now, the odds makers have a negative 115 being disrespected. Dustin Stoltzfus is being bought down by the public. Everyone and their mother is on Dustin Stoltzfus because of the size advantage. Possibly they're thinking that Dwight Grant is just a little bit just outsized, but I don't see it. I think athleticism, I think of power. I think that he could stuff Dustin Stoltzfus' takedowns. So I'm throwing down on Dwight Grant here. I feel like he shows up and does a damn thing. I'm throwing down 1.15 units, $115 on Dwight Grant to show that he's the superior athlete in the silence Dustin Stoltzfus in this of 185-pound affair. The next fight of the night is Dustin Jacoby is taking on Da Ung Jung. Da Ung Jung is 15-2-1. He called himself Seseda. He is do you see how this one doesn't have the fucking birthday too, or do you see that shit? Am I once again?
No, it's there. It's there. It's there.
Dude. Oh, dude, it's on this one. Look, now let me go back. Watch. It's crazy. I'm looking at it on my side. Just crazy, bro. Watch, hold on. On that matchup, because remember, I have for you. Oh my god, bro. I can't believe, dude. I'm gonna take a picture for you, B, because I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you that I'm not fucking crazy, dude. I'm gonna send it to your fucking inbox, all right?
Yeah.
And it's gonna show you what I'm looking at. And now I look back live, and it shows me the age. It's crazy, dude. I'm sending it to you right now. Is why I talk. But yeah. So either way, the dude is Don Jung's 28 years old, 6'4" with a 78.5-inch reach on a 14 fight win streak fighting out of Korea. Top team out of South Korea. Shout out to the Korean barbecue, baby. It's fucking best barbecue in the world. Besides that Argentinian barbecue, those two, it's a battle back and forth. We got Da Ung Jung is last took on Kennedy Execu, who we bet on last week. That absolutely dominated. He decimated him with standing elbows round one. Then he took on William the Nightmare Knight, and he beat him unanimous decision and weathered the storm in round one. So with this fight here, obviously Dong Jung, really good stand-up, wins most of his fights. I'd say standing up or most by decision. There's a lot of elbows, so close up in clinch work that he can land. But decisions are mostly the way that he gets it done. But the last one win was with Kennedy Execu, standing elbows round one. He's taking on Dustin Jacoby, 17-5-1, 34 years old. He is 6'3" with a 78-inch reach. He's on a 7-fight win streak. He's fighting out of Denver, Colorado. See, now I'm using the one that I'm supposed to be leaving for you guys because this one glitch. Did you see that, B? That I sent you
Oh, did you see it?
in your inbox, B? So either way, but
Yeah.
Dustin Jacoby last took on Michael Ozolchek, another grappler. He won a unanimous decision. John Allen, really small dude, ended up winning unanimous decision. Darren Stewart, the dentist, ended up winning around one TKO punches. Been here with some of the best of them, man. He's like I said, 78-inch reach versus the 78.5 inch, so slight reach advantage for Daong Jung. Right now, the odds makers, I believe, have Daong Jung as a slight favorite. Negative 112, plus 102 comeback for Daong Jung. Odds makers open it up at a negative 110. So it's been going back and forth pretty much as a pick 'em. I like Daong Jung here. I think that he is way more superior standing. I feel like people are giving Dustin Jacoby a little bit too much credit in the sense with his takedowns. I know he does have some experience, but in this, he's really flat-footed. I don't like his striking as much, but I'm going Daong Jung here. What do you say about this fight, B?
Going down, Jung?
Doing it.
Oh, shoot, dog. Wow. This is tough.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna be honest, this is a tough pick, man. Because I have to think about it multiple times.
Well,
First of all,
I know.
Dustin Jacoby has helped me a lot. Dustin Jacoby has helped me a lot in picks, man. He has saved me, man, plenty of times. He has not been wrong
Brian?
for me. Except for the one time, I had to pick between him and Darren Stewart, and I couldn't because I liked the both of them, and he beat Darren Stewart. Upset, but you know what I mean? It is what it is. But damn, man, this is a tough fight, man, for Jacoby. Only because Down Jung, man, Down Jung's a tough mofo too. And he'll mix it up. He'll mix it up quite a bit. I don't know though, because he has a really good submission game as well. And he's good on his feet. I don't know how Jacoby's gonna handle the later rounds against a guy like him. But Jacoby has not let me down. And because of that, I'm gonna stick with Jacoby on this one.
Oh,
It's gonna be the nastiest. It's gonna be the roughest third round to watch. I know that without a shot of a doubt.
I hope your guy
Jacoby
gets knocked out.
Jacoby has to get this. He has to get this done within 2 rounds. I don't want to see Dustin Jacoby in the third round against Down Jung.
No.
That's where my faith lies, because I know Down Jung got pressure, man. He got an ability to put pressure. Only hiccup he's had is Sam Alvey. Other than that, he's looked really damn good in fights. But Jacoby needs to get 2 strong rounds, man, and either finish that up in the 2 rounds. If not, it's gonna be a rough third round for him against Down Jung. But I'm going with Jacoby, man.
Oh,
gonna ride with Jacoby.
I almost fucking bet Daong Jung too, and so this is gonna be this will be a shit talker next week. We'll see who ends up fair and square, the winner. The next fight of the night is Herbert Burns takes on Bill Algeo. I'm gonna let you jump into that first, B.
Oh shit, let's go, man.
Maybe I'm gonna go the
Herbert,
rest. I'm gonna go the rest
cool.
real fast too, B. Sorry.
All right, cool, man. Oh, what up, Ryan? Ryan, what's up? My homie Gary. Gary, you still in here? What's happening? So we're going with Herbert Burns, Bill Algeo, featherweight fight. First time we're going with the Blaze, Herbert Burns, the younger brother of one Gilbert Burns. 34 years old, 5'9" with the 74-inch reach. Currently riding a 1-fight losing streak, man. This last fight, he fought Daniel Pineda, man. That was back in damn, really? It was like August of 2020. Yeah, he lost with elbows from the crucifix. Rough second round for him. He lost against Daniel Pineda, UFC 252. Before that, he beat Evan Dunham with a rear naked choke, a minute 20 seconds in round 1. That was back there in 2020. Nate Landwehr, he landed that nasty knee that knocked him out. That knocked out Landwehr, 2 minutes 43 in round 1. Derek Minner, he caught him with a triangle choke, 2 minutes 29 seconds in round 1. Other than that, he has a lot of submissions, good decisions, submission wins. Of course, his brother's a big time jiu-jitsu practitioner, big time black belt. He's up there too. Really good jiu-jitsu skills. The striking is kind of iffy, and his cardio is a little iffy as well. Um, Sometimes he has an explosive first round or so, but if you can get him into deep water, he kind of gasses out. He'll kind of gas pretty bad, man. Um, so that's going to be a situation there. The striking is kind of improving a little bit, but that jiu-jitsu is world class. Going up against Bill Algeo, though. Oh, man. And Bill Algeo,
Yeah.
that's the dude. Yes, sir. 15-6, man, is Senor Perfecto. Yep, 33 years old, 6 foot tall, 73.5-inch reach. Currently riding that 1-fight win streak off of Algeo MMA and kickboxing out of Pennsylvania there, man. So last fight he fought Joe Anderson Brito. That was a good, tough rumble there between the two. He won by unanimous decision. That was back in January this year. He lost to Ricardo Ramos, unanimous decision back in May of last year. He beat Spike Carlisle, unanimous decision. That was in the November of 2020. He lost to Ricardo Lamas, and then he beat Tim Dooley. Bill Algeo got a long range. He's a long guy. He got long limbs. He could grapple with folks. But, man, is that dude down to throw down, man. He'll be in your face for 3 friggin' rounds straight. Just when you think he's down, he'll come right back from the dead. You gotta put him away to beat him. Either you gotta put him away or have 2 of the most dominant rounds you can. Or have a full dominant fight. If not, Algeo will make you work and pay for it, boy. Damn, man. Good jab. Good combinations. Likes to use a nice little front kick sometimes to maintain that distance. The grappling exchanges are nutso when you deal with him. But as I said, tough as nails, man. Herbert Burns is a tough guy, nasty jiu-jitsu skills, but as I said, that cardio is suspect, man.
Yeah, it is.
Herbert's cardio is suspect. And with that said, man, I'm going with Algeo on this one. I'm going to rock with Algeo. I think Algeo can make this a very, very, very rough fight for Herbert Burns, man. And I think he'll be smart enough to slip out of these damn submission situations. He's been in there with some tough guys, man. Especially like a dude like Ramos. Managed to get out of those submissions there, those submission situations. I think he'll be able to handle Herbert Burns. Taking Algeo.
Nice, dude. I love when we agree. I'm taking Bill Algeo here too. And even though the 3rd-degree BJJ black belt Herbert Burns is nothing to play with at that, but not only is his cardio suspect, his striking is still not evolved enough for me to really to be jumping on board. Right now, the odds makers have Bill Algeo at a negative 200 mark, plus 185 comeback for Herbert Burns. I agree, man. I feel like Bill Algeo is just going to be a little bit tougher, going to be there for all 3 rounds. Most likely, I think, end up winning a unanimous decision or a split decision here, and decision period. Let's see what the odds makers have on the decision, actually. Let's see. Algeo wins by decision is a plus 220. So not bad. For a negative 200, plus 220, Bill Algeo wins there. Actually, I'm going to throw down on that plus 220. I'm going to throw down half a unit, plus $50, 0.5 units on the plus 220. Bill Algeo wins by decision. I feel like he can get it done and end up just being too much for Herbert Burns in that affair. The next fight of the night should be a really good bout. It's Ricky Simone takes on Jack motherfucking Shore. Jack Tank Shore is his nickname. 16-0. Sick BJJ, 5'8", 71-inch reach, 28 wins, all the going back to his amateur career. Never tasted defeat fighting out of Wales. He last took on Tamir Valiyev, and he won by unanimous decision. Then he fought Ludwig Shololian, and he won by unanimous decision. And Hunter Azure, split decision. Rear naked choke by Aaron Phillips in UFC before that. So that's his last 4 wins. But pretty much a decision guy. Has a really good, has pretty good striking. Good. He's got good takedown defense at that. Good ground game. But he did have a little bit of problems with Hunter Azure in the third round, and Hunter Azure was able not only to take him down, but to gain side control. I believe he got his back, and then he lost his back, and then Jack Shore ended up getting back on top. But Ricky Simone is a motherfucker. This dude is gonna scramble. He's gonna be there, fucking just chain wrestling and just takedown after takedown after takedown. So the striking, I feel like Jack Shore is just gonna be possibly not there unless Ricky does stand and bang with him. But I don't feel like Ricky is that stupid. I feel like he does know that his wrestling and his attributes of his cardio are his best thing. 19-3 is his record. He is 5'6" with a 70-inch reach. Fighting out of Vancouver, Washington. He last took on Rafael Sancio. He won by uppercut in round 2. He's a BJJ black belt. Then he took on Brian Keller. Brian Boom Keller won by looked absolutely phenomenal in that bout. Fights out of ATT, one of Portland, not ATT, Florida, which I like a little bit more. Right now, the odds makers have Ricky Simone at a plus 135 underdog. Opened up at a negative 105 pick'em. Man, I do like Jack Shore. I like him. He's just a good fighter. But I feel like if Hunter Azure could give him problems for 1 round, that Ricky Simone could give him problems for 2 rounds. And I'm going to be throwing down on Ricky Simone plus 135, throwing down 1 unit at a plus 135 mark. I feel like I need Jack Shore to prove that he's got better wrestling and cardio for 3 rounds than Ricky Simone, but we shall see. What do you say about this fight, B?
Shit, Mike. Can't believe we got to this point again, man. But we're on the same level, dog. I'm taking this man. I'm taking Ricky Simone in this one as well, man. I had to sit and think about this one because this one I thought about since last week, bro. This is gonna be a rough fight to watch. No, this is gonna be a good fight to watch. A rough fight if you're either guy in the fight, man. There's gonna be a lot of grappling, a lot of moving,
a lot of scrambling,
a lot of mixy shit going on here, man. And the power definitely goes on the side of Ricky Simone. Simone got power. I think both of them got the cardio level to deal with it. I think Ricky Simone may have a bigger cardio, bigger battery as far as cardio is concerned. I think. Because he's been in a lot more of those busy grappling situations there. You know what I mean? But there's a lot of the movement that goes on. Shore does a lot of his moving in the grappling. Ricky does a lot of his moving in just moving, whether it's the wrestling, the sprawling, the scrambles, the striking. Is a lot of movement that goes on, Ricky, and he keeps that shit up for 3 rounds, man. I'm gonna go with Ricky. I think Ricky gonna surprise the hell out of us in this one. If this fight would have been on the London card next week, I would have said Jack Shore. This just being in Long Island, man, and I'm taking Ricky Simone. If this would have been the London card, definitely I would have said Jack Shore. He would have had the energy, all that. But nah, man, this ain't next week. This is this week. And this week, man, we taking Ricky Simone upset here, man.
Let's go, baby. I love him. Me and Mr. B agree. We don't even talk about these picks, and we lead up to the show. And I'm just going. I made a promise to myself. I don't care about anyone else's thoughts about the fights when it comes to like other touts, cappers, whatever it may be. I'm gonna stick exactly with what I feel, what on my instincts at the weigh-ins and what I see. And these are the picks that I'm giving you this week. And so we shall see exactly how we roll out. But I'm going with Ricky Simone as the underdog. The next fight of the night, B, is Puna Haley Soriano, my boy from the Hawaii 808 strong. Is taking on Dolce Lungambala. I'll let you jump into that first, B.
Cool, let's go, man. Another middleweight fight here. First, let's talk about the champion Dolce Lungambula. 11-4, man. 34 years old, 5'8", with the 76-inch reach out of the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Training out of Camp Fight, currently riding a 2-fight losing streak. This was the man who was a former light heavyweight who moved down to middleweight with the judo background, man. Last 2 fights he lost. He lost against Cody Brundage by guillotine choke in round 1. How crazy was that? And Marc-Andre Barrios, he lost by unanimous decision. Um, the first loss, well, the loss against
You
Brundage was
remember
earlier this year.
He had Cody Brundage scared as fuck. He had him pinky scared like next Friday.
Oh yeah, and then Cody just caught his neck.
He
Cody
got
just
lucky.
grabbed his neck and said, "Hey, eat this!" Like
Yeah.
yo.
And Dolce's cardio, it's kind of like, when you want to be ready for your girl and you're like, oh, god damn, I've been waiting for this
Word.
putty. I've been waiting for this diamond. I've been waiting for this flower. I'm going to tear it up. I'm going to beat it up. I'm going to fuck it all night. And all of a sudden it's, huh. And then you're like,
Yes, man.
I'm sorry. Sorry, dude.
Yeah,
Sorry, dude.
and then
Sorry, dude.
his middleweight debut was against Marcus Perez. But at this point, who the hell is Marcus Perez? Everybody's beating Marcus Perez, man. He beat Marcus Perez unanimous decision. And then his last light heavyweight fight was against Magomed Ankalaev.
Was that silly dude who painted his face like Joker and got his ass beat?
Yeah.
How do you do that? How do you paint your face like Joker and get your ass beat? I don't get it.
Sad, man. But he's going up against the big boy, man. Punahele Soriano, man.
Let's go.
8-2. 29 years old. 5'11" with the 72.5-inch reach. Representing Extreme Couture. While currently riding a 2-fight losing streak. That's crazy.
Yep.
He lost his last fight by a split decision against Nick Maximov. And before that, he lost against Brendan Allen. Now, the Maximov fight was kind of a mix-up fight. Maximov's grappling versus Soriano's anti-wrestling and big strikes. Brendan Allen was a little bit of a mix-up, but it was a lot of grappling from Brendan. And good shot selection. Other than those two losses, he beat up Dusko Todorovic. We kind of predicted that on here. With punches, 4 minutes, 48 seconds in round 1. Oscar Pichota, he knocked that man into the shadow realm back in 2019. And then Jamie Pickett, he won unanimous decision. Then he had a couple other fights. Good fight between two big boys here in the middleweight division. Soriano, well, they're both in need of a win. I know Lungiambula is going to look to try to wrestle, try to put that judo on to test. I don't think Soriano's going to allow that shit. I think we're going to see primed, ill-intentioned Punahele Soriano here. I think he's going to keep himself grounded very well, keep the sprawl in the back pocket there for some of that wrestling attempts. I'm looking for him to throw big shots. The thing between him and Dalcha is while Dalcha does have natural big power, man, he carries natural power. I don't like his swings. I don't like his stand-up. His striking is very flat-footed, but really winging. He's winging wild, nasty, wild open shots, big windmill power shots. A lot of stuff that you can kind of duck and dodge and defend pretty well. And Soriano's boxing is pretty crisp. And he likes to work behind the jab, which I always urge a lot of fighters, please work behind the jab. Courtney Casey, if you would have worked behind your jab last week. But yes, so exactly. Punahele works behind his jab. He has really good footwork. And when he lands those combinations sting. He also knows how to go for the kill. So I'm looking for Punahele Soriano to go out there and put in work and clean Dalcha's clock, man. I don't think this goes to a decision. I think we're going to see Soriano, man, back to the old ways of putting fools out, man. Punahele Soriano's my pick. Let's go.
Let's go, baby. And you couldn't have said it any better. Punahele Soriano, my boy of 808 Island Strong. This dude, Dalcha Lungambula, a specimen, huge upper body. But when you have those big of muscles, the lactic acid that builds, it makes you drain your cardio, and that's exactly why you see Dolce after 2 rounds, he really, really is absolutely dying. Let's see, Soriano inside the distance is plus 130. We got plus 130 for that. I like that. All right, we're going to be throwing down on Punahele Soriano inside the distance at plus 130. I believe that he finishes Dolce most likely in round 3 or after 2, whenever Dolce, doesn't have the cardio to keep continuing on. I feel like Soriano absolutely decimates him. It doesn't matter what he wants to do. Former Division 3 wrestler, brown belt in Jiu-Jitsu. He could slam him down on the ground and do exactly what he wants to do with him. So plus 130, throwing down $100, 1 unit on Puna Haley. Soriano wins inside distance versus champion Dolce Lumgambula. So with that said, we'll be here next week to shoot the shit and see what we say. The next fight of the night is the first fight on the main card. It is Lucky Lauren Murphy takes on Misha Cupcake Tate. Misha Cupcake Tate, the veteran OG's 19-8. She is 35 years old. She's 5'6" with a 66.5-inch reach. She's on a 1-fight losing streak. She has a wrestling jiu-jitsu base. Not really the best striker. Doesn't have the most volume. Definitely not going to outbox you in the sense. She took on Caitlin Vieira, lost a unanimous decision in all rounds. Then she beat Marion Renault for BJJ black belt. Ground and pound round 3. Jessica I in a grappling tournament. Raquel Pennington. She lost unanimous decision. And Amanda Nunez, rear naked choke. She lost round 1. Misha Tate, she's been in and out, been in there with the best. Beat Holly Holm, I believe, for the championship in UFC 196. Misha Tate's BJJ. What is her BJJ? 1 second. She's a purple belt and BJJ, and then we have Lucky Lauren Murphy. One second, guys. My screen glitched. Lucky Lauren Murphy is a brown belt in BJJ. This is a tough one for me here. This is like malarkey. I don't like Lauren Murphy. I don't like her face. I think she's a disgrace. I don't want any part of her, even in my race. I just don't. I wouldn't fuck her with your dick, not anyone. I just don't like. I don't know. That has nothing to do with fighting. But I'm just giving you my honest opinion. So, Misha Tate versus Lauren Murphy. I want to say Lauren Murphy is younger, a little bit younger. She'd be a little bit stronger, but she's not younger. She's 3 years older. That's what's crazy. So this is like a perfect setup for Misha Tate to do the damn thing. On my initial reads here on the fights, I had Tate picked. I feel like she's just a little bit better, seen too much. I can't pick Lucky Lauren Murphy. I'm not betting Misha Tate. I'm going to have to pick Misha Tate. I don't want to. I feel gross picking it. Right now, the odds makers have -200 Misha Tate, plus 185 comeback for Lucky Lauren Murphy. -162 Misha Tate opened up, and she's been steamed to -200. So, seems like everyone's with me on that side, but I hate saying it to you. Do not fucking bet this fight or put all your money on it. But I do lean Misha Tate. What do you say, B?
Misha Tate, long-time veteran, Strikeforce bantamweight champion, UFC bantamweight champion. She's been there. She did that. I'm glad you ain't betting. Because I'm going Lauren Murphy on this one.
Holy shit!
I'm going Lauren Murphy on this one.
Well, I said I liked her. I don't want to.
And the scary thing is because I don't know how Misha Tate's going to deal with the strength of Lauren Murphy. I don't know if Misha Tate's cutting down to 125. Misha Tate hasn't fought at this weight class, I think, in probably since her early years in mixed martial arts. And she's going up against Lauren Murphy. And some people may not know this. Valentina Shevchenko is strong. Talia Santos is strong. Lauren Murphy may be one of the strongest people in that division outside of those two. Lauren Murphy is really eerily strong, man. I've seen her fight Sarah McMahon with that weird strength. Is that Alaskan strength? That shit is different. Her shit is different. And I don't know if Misha Tate's going to be willing to stand there and try to clinch up and wrestle with Lauren Murphy, man. Lauren Murphy's up in age, I know that, but that strength, man, is still there. Lauren Murphy's also improved a lot in her striking. And so I don't know if Misha's comeback is going to end the way that she wants it to, you know what I mean? I'm going with Lauren Murphy in here. I think Lauren Murphy gonna surprise some fools on this one.
Oh man,
I'm taking Lauren Murphy as a pick.
it's crazy. I just cannot fucking bet her. I wanted to. I like her. I can't. There's no way. My initial reads felt like just Murphy felt like she was a little too outmatched when they locked eyes when they weighed in. But I did have that same inkling you did, B. I'm not betting this. If you bet this, it'd be dog or pass in the sense I'm not betting it myself.
Yeah.
I think it's gross if you end up ending up firing on this one, but it is what it is. Next fight of the night should be an absolute banger, and you're lucky you get to talk about it first. B. It's Shane Burgos takes on Charles Air Jourdain.
Yes,
Let's
man.
go.
Yes.
War
Yes.
Burgos.
Let's go.
War Burgos.
Featherweight division. And my homie from New York,
Let's go.
Shane Burgos, is fighting Charles Air
East
Jourdain.
Even on
Yes, sir. The Hurricane Shane Burgos, man. 14-3, 31 years old, 5'11" with a 75.5-inch reach, straight out of the BX. Bronx,
go.
New York, Boogie Down Bronx. Let's go. Yep, man. Currently riding a one-fight win streak out of Tiger Showman's mixed martial arts, man. I don't know if you guys ever heard me talk about this story. I was in Manhattan back in like 09. And I seen a lot of commercials, but I didn't really know much about it. And at the time I met this dude, he was chilling with his homies. And I seen him, and I was like, I seen this guy on TV before, man. I never got to take a picture, but it was the guy Lyman Good. It wasn't Shane Burgos. It was Lyman Good, former Bellator welterweight champion.
I remember.
That's my dude, man.
He fought in the UFC once, right?
Yeah, he had a good little okay run.
Yeah.
It was a little later in his career, but I loved the hell out of Lyman Good. And I got to meet him, man. I said, I hope you do big things, man. You good in Bellator, but I like to see you move up in the world. And then some years later, who knew he would find the UFC? But Tiger Showman put out a lot of good fighters out there, man. But they've been taking some slumps, but some of them are on the rise. And Shane Burgos, we cheering for him. So last fight, Shane Burgos had a unanimous decision win against Billy Quarantillo back in November of last year. He had that nasty fight with Edson Barboza where he got knocked out with that right hook, that phantom right hook, that because it hit him. Then he kind of stumbled unconscious in the third round. That was back in May of last year. Then he had that war with Josh Emmett back in June of 2020 where it was just, oh my God, what a fight. Before that, he had a 3-fight win streak where he beat Makwan Americani, he beat Cub Swanson, and he beat Kurt Hallbaugh. Then he lost to Calvin Kattar back in UFC 220. But, man, Burgos fought a lot of good people, man, in his run. He's going up against, though, a scary man who's come back with a brand new contract in Charles Air Jourdain, 13-4-1, man. The boy is 26 years old, 5'9" with the 69-inch reach, represent Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Currently riding a 2-fight win streak. Where his last fight, he fought Lando Venata, submitted Lando Venata with a guillotine choke back in April of this year, beat Andre Ewell with a unanimous decision late last year. Last year, December. My fault. My headphone fell out. He beat he lost to Julian Rosa in that crazy ass war by Darce choke. That was back in September. He knocked out Marcelo Rojo in March of last year. Then he has a draw with Koulibaly, lost to Philly. He knocked out Duho Choi, lost to Desmond Green. Then he had a good run there. But Charles Air Jourdain, what's there to say, man? He's pulled out his ruthless side now. He's bringing in a lot of aggression, ill footwork, really good movement. As I talk about a lot of the Canadian fighters, their kickboxing is top of the class, man, super elite shit, where they really got good footwork and slipping past shots, countering with good shots, being able to move, get that good lateral movement going. Really good strikes and mix-up of strikes, knowing when to kick and when to punch. He's gonna need that a lot against Burgos. Burgos ain't really known as a kicker, although he can kick. He has a lot of good striking. His hands are his bread and butter. And when he puts those things on you, it's problematic, man. So he's gonna look to kill that kicking distance of Jourdain to land some nasty shots. He gets into the occasional wrestling, grappling aspects of things. I don't know if he should do that against Jourdain because Jourdain's jiu-jitsu is a little underrated and he's been slipping some people. We see what he did to them Venata, where we thought Venata was gonna wrestle. Man, Venata got slept with the guillotine choke. I think I'm going with Burgos. I'm going with Burgos, not because he's from the Bronx and it's Long Island out here in New York. New York is our home.
New York.
Burgos is one of those dudes, man. Burgos is a dog in these fights for sure. And we're going to get a classic. We're going to get a real good classic here in Long Island between these two. Don't put anything against Jourdain, though. If Jourdain could catch this man slipping, possible submission could come out of nowhere. I could see Burgos getting caught with a guillotine choke. I could also see Burgos missing. I could see Burgos getting lulled into a striking exchange with the hands and getting caught with a counter kick, with some sort of high kick or a spinning kick. I could see that happening because it's a little bit there with the way Jourdain set strikes up. But I'm going with Burgos. I think Burgos is going to put those hands together, put that box in, unleash that dog, and make this a rough fight, man. I see Burgos getting this one by decision. Late finish, maybe, but decision. I'm going to lean towards Burgos on this one. New York represent. Let's go.
Yeah, man. Normally I give B shit for picking the people that are close by him, but this is one of those ones where Shane Burgos is the motherfucking dog in this race, even though he is the slight favorite. This dude's boxing is crisp. He is mean. If you look at the weigh-ins when him and Charles Jourdain embraced eyes, he looked at Shane Burgos and he said, "Hey, you hear them cheering? They're cheering for us." And it's like, what the fuck? That's what you're thinking about? You're trying to appease me and like get me, like, bro, like you should be thinking about, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna fuck you, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. But instead, you're thinking about what a nice statement that would be mutual between us two. Sounds like a statement from France. Sounds like something that I just won't chance. I'm throwing motherfucking down with Shane Burgos, throwing down $155, 1.55 units because I do not fucking like Charles L. Jourdain and his fucking French Canadian bullshit. French white flags, fucking peace signs. I don't fucking like the way that I just rhymed. Shane Burgos, the Hurricane, going in there to kill a motherfucker. He's gonna sleep him. He's gonna peep him. He's gonna creep him. Charles L. Jourdain won't have no fame after the fucking stake that Shane Burgos claimed. Next fight of the night is Matt Schnell is taking on Suma Jaduri. And in this fight here, we got Suma Jaduri. He's the Tibetan Eagle, he calls himself. This dude is fly. There's no lie. 16-4. He's 5'8" with a 72-inch reach. He obviously got a striking style coming out of China. He last took on Zakara Adashev. He won by unanimous decision. And then Malcolm Gordon, he beat him by straight punches round one. Andre Sukumtat, a UFC veteran, beat him unanimous decision. But then he learned his lessons from Louis Smolka in an armbar round two. But then he's also lost a couple times to submission, which I really, really am not fond on. He's taken on Matt Danger Schnell, 15-7, 5'8" with a 70-inch reach. He's fighting out of Louisiana, baby. Shout out to the South and that Southern barbecue and those crawfish. You know how you guys do. He last took on Brandon Royval, and he lost by guillotine choke in round one. And you know I do not like tappers. I do not like nappers, and that's a quick tap and a nap, and I don't like it at all. Then he lost to Rodrigo Bontron on unanimous decision, beat Tyson Nam by split. Then he lost to Andrew Pantoja, right hand, round one. So he's a tapper and a napper. He's been napped multiple times. He's been tapped multiple times. Not a big fan of this fight at all right now. The odds makers have Schnell. Who did I have picked? You know, this was one of the ones that I had. I could not pick right off the bat. I had Suma Jury on this one. It's negative 250 for 5 dimes, plus 250 comeback for Matt Danger Schnell. Because the fact that Matt Danger Schnell has tapped and napped, I cannot back him. But if he did not tap and nap as many times, I might take the fly on the guy Matt Schnell, but I just can't do it. What do you say about this fight, B?
I wish Matt Schnell was fighting Eric Perez. It would have
Yeah,
made this fight. It would have made this pick a lot easier. I would have picked Schnell. Schnell fighting Eric Perez, but he's fighting Sumundarji, man. And Sumundarji is a
he's,
guy that I like as well, man. And I'm taking Sumundarji on this one.
let's
Why?
go, B. Let's
Because
go.
Sumundarji is a dangerous sniper with his hands, man. Not only that, he has improved a lot on defense, defensive wrestling wise. And yes, Matt Schnell is a really good, well-rounded fighter. He's put his hands together quite a bit. His striking's gotten a lot better, a little bit more crisper in the boxing aspects. Although he did get smoked by Pantoja with a nasty overhand. Mundarji throws those straight hands. He throws a lot of straight hands, and he throws those things really quick.
Which is good.
I don't think, and you have to play in the fire with Sumundarji in order to get that wrestling off, like Schnell can possess. Schnell has jumped into the fire a little bit where he want to play a lot on the feet with certain people, and he's gotten smoked. And I think he can't do that with Mundarji, but he's gonna try to do it with Mundarji, and I think Mundarji's gonna smoke that man. Schnell, you got a place in my heart, man. I root for you. I root for you heavy, man. I watched you on MTV, man. You was there, Cage. I watched you come up. It was a good show. Yeah, man. Matt Schnell. Tony Kelly was on there too. Tony Kelly.
Schnell better get this down on the ground for 3 rounds.
Word, man. But hey, what up, Mel? What's happening? How you doing?
Oh shit, is Mel B in the house? Oh, our girl Mel
sir.
B from down under. We love you. Hope you're doing good, my lady. But yeah, dude,
man.
This one's gonna be
a good
one.
Mundarji, man. It's gonna be a good fight, though. It's gonna be a good fight. And don't get me wrong, Schnell has improved, as I said. He always has the submission game. He's learned great submission skills. But I think Sumundarji is gonna be ready, man. And Sumundarji may make this a quick one, a quick night, Especially if he could put that 1-2 together, it's gonna be bad for Matt Schnell. But I'm gonna take Sumundarji, man. Sumundarji.
Nice, dude. It is crazy. Me and Mr. B agree. You better get some parlays in because there's gonna be some money motherfucking made. The next fight of the night is Jing Liang Li. The Leech takes on Muslim Sokolov. I'll let you jump into this one first, B.
Oh shit, man. And here's one too, man. I love the Leech, man. Li Jing Liang, but
let's go.
That boy got his hands full. God damn, Muslim Salikov. Well, let's get into the Leech. The Leech, my boy. He's taking a hit though, man. The Leech, Li Jing Liang, man. 18-7, 34 years old, 6 foot tall with a 72-inch reach out of Tacheng, Xinjiang province of China, man. Currently riding a 1-fight losing streak out of China top team. The Sanda, I should say, Sanda style is what he represents mainly. Last time we seen him was back in October of 2021, where he lost by the monster known as Hamza Chimaev. Rear naked choke round 1. That one hurt my soul. He beat Santiago Ponzinibbio with a left hook. 4 minutes 25 seconds in round 1. That was back in January of last year. He lost to Neil Magny, unanimous decision. Then he beat Alezu Zaleski dos Santos with punches in round 3. He beat David Zawada and he beat Dachi Abe. Good guy, really good skills, really good hands. Takedown defense is a little iffy, but I don't think you're going to have to worry about it against his opponent here. The king of Kung Fu, Muslim Salikov. I know we don't got no more Zabit Magomed Sharapov. He was supposed to be the king of Kung Fu, something like that, Shaolin, whatever. But y'all forgot that we got Muslim Salikov here. 18-2, man. Nasty Russian dude, man. 38 years old, 5'11", 69.5-inch reach out of Makachala, Russia, man. Okay, my fault. Let me say it. Makachala. What? Makachala, Chocolate. There you go. Maka Chocolate. There you go. Russia. I know. Out of Berkut FC. That's his gym. Representing that Sancho karate, that karate style, man. Now they also have him training with Nova União, which is kind of a crazy ass turn of events there. But that's what's happening. Last fight he won a unanimous decision against Francisco Trinaldo. He beat Alezu Zaleski with a split decision win.
What up,
Loriano
JJ?
Starpoli. He beat that dude.
Earlier.
Oh, what's up, dude? He beat Nordine Taleb with an overhand right. That was back in 2019. And Ricky Rainey, he knocked him out too. Muslim got really good skills, man. Pretty good takedown defense. Insane level of strikes, though. That's a different style of Russian, man. Because he can sambo a little bit. He can get you on that waist clinch, nasty heavy takedowns or those trips. But he does a lot of his work in the stand-up, spinning back kicks, wheel kicks, fucking punches and elbows, spinning back fists. Whatever strike you could think of to throw, he'll throw that. He'll throw that in a fight. And Li Jingliang got his hands full. I'm looking for Li to get in there a little bit, mix up the feet, go for the occasional level change, and try to get the level change not against the cage, but in open space where you could get the full drive and get the takedown in. Because you're going to need it. Because if it goes against the cage, Muslim's going to defend it really damn well. Don't get too crazy, too out there trying to throw some insane shit, or you're going to get smoked. Simple as that. Protect your legs. We're going to get a good fight here between these two. I know my heart says Li Jingliang, man. I think Li Jingliang is going to get back in the winner's circle here. With a guy like Muslim, though, is a little tough. But I'm going to believe Li Jingliang does get it done here in a very entertaining fight. And I hope he mixes up the wrestling very well in this one. I'm going to go with Li Jingliang here against Muslim Salikov. But I am very worried. But I'm going with Li. Let's go.
Oh, nice, man. With this fight here, I feel the same exact way. Let's right off the bat, my initial reads and feeling was that I like Jingli Li. I feel like that he was just a little bit too experienced as a BJJ black belt versus the BJJ blue belt of Muslim Sokolov. But Muslims is a decorated wushu fighter. He's got good wrestling base too for takedown defense. But he's also just a decorated striker, so it's very hard in the sense. I like the fact that both these fights have a chance to win it in either fashion. I feel like that Li Jingliang could actually get a submission here, so that could be possible. And then Muslim Sokolov, could get a finish here in the sense because his striking could be that much better. Under 2.5 right now is it's crazy that it's set at 2.5. It's plus 122 and 5 dimes, plus 115 in the Mafia bookie book of me and JJ's. So that I actually like the under 2.5. So I'm gonna be throwing down one unit on the under 2.5 on 5 dimes at plus 122. So I just feel like you get both fighters, you get both skill sets. If something happens under the 2.5, you will get it, and we shall see. And I like the way that will be. So until next week, we'll see what ends up there. But it's going to be a great bout between those two 170-pound welterweights. The next fight of the night, is Michelle, the karate hottie, but just straight hottie, body of a gotti. You know how she do. She's taking on Amanda Lemos. Amanda Hina, she calls herself. Amanda Hina is 11-2-1. She is 35 years old, 5'4" with a 65-inch reach. She's on a 1-fight losing streak. Fighting out of Brazil. Shout out to that Brazilian barbecue. She last took on the little Brazilian tank that was Jessica Andrade. She won by standing arm triangle round 1. Pretty crazy because I had Jessica Andrade picked her. I didn't think that she'd be able to do that so fast. I'm sure B was just a surprise in the sense, but then she she lost to Jessica Andrade. Sorry, fucking retard. By standing arm triangle round 1. I couldn't believe that happened. Then Angela Hill, she beat split decision Monsterrat Ruiz, which means nothing to me, nobody. I don't care about that one. She beat counter punches round one. Luviana Souza, she beat a power jab round one. So this girl is a finisher when she gets her shit done, but when she loses either by tapping or napping. And this one here, Michelle Watterson, 18-9, the karate hottie. She's 5'3", 62-inch reach on a one-fight losing streak, fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, out of Jackson Wink MMA. She last took on Marina Rodriguez, who's absolutely phenomenal, lost a unanimous decision. She beat Angela Hill, lost a split decision to Carla Esparza. JJ lost a unanimous decision, beat KK, beat Felice, beat Courtney Casey. She's been in here with the best of them. I don't know how the odds makers have Amanda Lemos so favored right now. Amanda Lemos is a negative 290 favorite, opened up at a negative 400 favorite, bought down to the negative 290. I just don't. It's fucking crazy to me that they have her as such an underdog. Michelle Watterson is a BJJ brown belt. I feel like she's far superior on the ground. Standing, that she's more diverse in volume. I feel like she got more experience. B, am I fucking missing something, B? Or what do you see on this fight?
What's Michelle? What's Michelle's her odds?
Plus 260.
Yeah, it's because Michelle Watterson seems to be a little bit on the downside. That's what it is.
Dude,
that's what they see. That's what they see.
If you look at her backside, it's all an upside. And if the judges get this thing to a split decision, if they get this to a decision, I'm just saying there's no playing that butt has a little bit of swaying.
That's what 3 rounds though should definitely look on the side of Michelle Watterson.
Dude,
I think though that
butt was so good this week.
Lemos is gonna look to be aggressive. She's gonna look to come out there and be aggressive and put her away. I'm definitely gonna say that. Mike is a trip. Like, yo, hey, if it goes to split, you're probably right.
If the only girl in the audience laughed, I mean, I don't write this shit. It's not like I write this script out. This is all acapella. You could kill a fella, all right?
But yeah, man, I think Lemos has looked like such a machine, man. But it's kind of weird that they have the odds like that. Considering what happened to Jessica with her against Jessica Andrade the last fight, they're probably looking at like, well, not everybody's as strong as Jessica Andrade. Michelle Watterson's a little bit more of a technician in the cage, more so than Andrade is. So she's not really that power type of girl, which is true. She fights a lot of range.
Might have to bring up her butt in the weigh-ins. It's so good. Sorry, keep going, B.
She might have to fight in. Yeah, I did catch those weigh-ins though. You are right.
My lady walked in and handed me a beer as I started breaking down the card, and I was gonna actually elaborate greatly on a few things, but I was like, oh fuck, she's bringing me beer right when I'm doing the show, and I can't get crazy. But bro, this, it was so good.
Because you gotta think about it, man. Michelle Watterson came in here super fit. She's put in a little extra muscle on that body of hers, man, for this fight here.
Muscle's one thing, but
there's a lot of add-ons. There's a lot of add-ons to that body for this fight. Let's just say that.
That's a nice statement.
Yeah,
that's a nice statement.
She put on some weight for this fight. She put on a little weight, a little transfer weight. So we're gonna see how that works.
I'm a Snickers diva. When I get hungry, I need a Snickers, and she looking like a Snicker.
Man, the fight's gonna be good though. We're gonna see Lemos. You look for those power shots like she always does, power kicking, power punching. I think she should fight a lot more smarter before she gas herself on this 33-round fight, man. Because shit like this is gonna be where Michelle's gonna look to pick her apart from a distance. I think she's gonna put those Taekwondo skills to the test. She's gonna hit that side stance. When she hits that side stance, she gets a lot of those those rangy kicks, those side kicks off. She gets a lot of those off. A lot of the occasional leg kicks she gets off. She has to avoid Lemos's power shots, that power leg kick as well. Um, Avoid the power hands, the straight shots. If you're trying to get into the wrestling, wait till the second round or third to try to get takedowns, either with the jiu-jitsu or the wrestling aspect, because Nemo's gonna come out there pretty damn strong. You got to beat her up a little bit to try to get those attempts. If not, though, you're gonna have to power through and get that shit together, man. Because if not, Lemos may go out there, throw 2, 3 nasty ass body kicks, and pull out a big ass overhand, and that might be the end of Michelle Waterson. But I'm telling you,
look at this.
Yeah, I see, man.
Look at this, just absolute specimen of a fucking woman. Like, look at the, like, I don't even want to say too much because my lady's in the other room, but like it's this shit right here. That shit, that shit could get a motherfucker in trouble. I'm just saying. I mean, it's gonna get me in trouble in a little bit, but
and that's done when they dehydrate to 115, man. Then you gotta rehydrate. Oh Lord,
oh my, oh girl, just stop it right now. Just stop it.
So it's a, I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be a tough choice between Michelle or Lemos, man. I hope Michelle could get a win here, man, and be a big upset. Get the big upset here. She's gonna have to weather some shit, though, man. There's gonna be some big shots she gotta have to weather from Lemos. I don't know who to pick. I'm just gonna say I hope Michelle could weather the storm, do something fantastic, and get a W here, man. But if not, fuck, boy. Because Michelle, man, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that body get beat up no more, man. I don't want to see it no more. I don't want to see the hottie get bodied no more, man.
That's
Come on, man. I don't want it.
Am I just thinking with my other member? Because like it seems crazy. Like it seems like Karate Hottie's got a really good chance here. B, am I just tripping? It's crazy.
I'm telling you, she got to weather some shit, man. There's some shit that's gonna be thrown her way. If she could pull off the Angela Hill, but just keep at it, she'll win this fight, man. But that's the whole thing. You gotta get that girl Lemos out the first round.
Yeah.
Get her out of the first round and keep that fight going. The longer this fight goes, the better it is for Michelle.
I like it. I think either way. I'm not gonna bet it here on the show, but I do like Michelle Waterson here, especially at the dog money. I like everything about Michelle Waterson. That's why I'm not gonna bet it. It's because maybe I just am thinking that she's just too good. Maybe I'm just thinking that she needs some flowers and a date. I don't even know, but I'm gonna have to just keep on moving on until the next fight of the night, which is going to be the main event of the evening.
Mike sees booty, you don't know how to act, man.
It's taking on Yair Alpantera Rodriguez. This should be an absolute banger. Yair Rodriguez is 13-3. I call himself Alpantera, as I said. He's 5'11" with a 71-inch reach. He's on a one-fight losing streak, fighting out of Chicago, Chi-Town, Illinois. Shout out to all you motherfuckers out there with that badass fucking those Italian dip sandwiches. The upside down pizzas you guys have over there, fucking fire. Last took on Max Holloway. He lost a unanimous decision. Yair Rodriguez did. He got absolutely blessed by my boy Max Holloway. Then he took on Jeremy Stevens and he won a unanimous decision. He took on Chan Sung Jung. He won 5th round elbow by a miracle fucking thing that I could not fucking believe, that lost me a max bet and made me shit absolute bricks because I could not believe what the fuck happened. He's taking on Brian T. City Ortega, BJJ black belt extraordinaire phenomenon, 15-2. He is 5'8" with a 69-inch reach. He's on a one-fight losing streak, fighting out of Torrance, California. Shout out to the West Coast, baby. He last took on Alexander Volkanovski, the champion. He lost a unanimous decision, but looked all right. And then he beat Chan Sung Jung by unanimous decision after getting blessed once again by Max all the way. My doctor stoppage round 4, and he came back and looked phenomenal versus Chan Sung Jung. This is a weird one for me here. My initial, like right off the bat, thinking was that Yair Rodriguez's striking is just too much for Brian T. City Ortega, but the kicks and everything makes kind of Yair vulnerable for 5 rounds to get his back taken and to possibly get submitted by a guy like Brian T. City Ortega. Very very scrappy, shown to weather storms, come back and be phenomenal with the striking, even when you know he's a jiu-jitsu guy. And so with this one, this fight right here, it's just very tough for me to go against Jair Rodriguez's striking. T City better get him down and fucking quick and every round. It can very much happen where T City could end up getting a submission, but it could be very, very, very possible Yair Rodriguez could win by TKO KO. My boy JR Gomez says under 4.5 right now is a lock. I think if it's set at 4.5, I actually like that at 4.5. Right now, the odds makers have a negative 132 for the under 4.5. Not bad. Definitely like it. So I definitely favor the under here on the under 4.5. I think there's damage here. I think someone dies. I think there's absolute violence. I think it's going to be a great affair. Either submission by Ortega, Yair by KO, TKO. But I think under 4.5 really is the way to go in the main event. What do you say, B?
This is a fantastic fight. This is a fight that should have been in Mexico City right here, man. There's two homies, two essays, two bad men right here, man. Brian Ortega, Yair Rodriguez, man. T City's coming back from one of the most insane fights / insane whoopings we might have seen from a man, put on a man in a while against when he fought Volkanovski. That 3rd round was everything. We thought Ortega died. He came back and finished the fight.
I couldn't believe
Jesus Christ. Yair Rodriguez went through a hell of a time fighting Max Holloway. Jesus, what a fight that was. And they both rode in the hospital together. God damn.
Yeah.
Both of these guys could take punishment. Both of these dudes could dish out punishment. This is about the heart, man. This fight's about heart. And Yair showed me some shit against Max Holloway, man. Forget the goddamn kicks. That boy got power in his hands, man. I know he had power in his hands like that. I know he got technique, but I know he had power in his hands like that, boy. Brian Ortega's improved in his boxing, but we all know his bread and butter is that jiu-jitsu. And if he can find his way into a jiu-jitsu situation, he's going to pull that shit off, man. That's my worry in this fight. For as good as Yair is going to get tied up with Ortega in some way, shape, or form. And Ortega's going to threaten a submission. How many people get out of a submission by Brian Ortega, though?
None.
That is very worrisome.
Yair's got a long neck.
Yair got a long neck, but Yair also got range. And Brian Ortega's going to have to dip into some fire to catch that man.
Yeah.
And Yair could dish out an elbow, a punch, a knee, a kick to end shit, man. This is a very tough fight to choose, a very tough fight to figure out. And I think Yair moves a lot better on his feet than Ortega kind of does.
Oh, yeah.
I think Ortega mainly throws a lot of he has those knees, the occasional knee he throws in mid-range, close range. But Yair's a little bit more the explosive, dynamic fighter of the two here. With that said, man, whoever loses is going to be on their first 2-fight losing streak ever. And shit. Yair might get this one, bro. Yair might get this one. I think Yair might get this one. Not for nothing on Brian Ortega. His submissions are fire. His striking is fire. But Brian is taking too much fucking damage, man.
A lot.
This damage shit forever scares me, bro. And I know he comes back. He comes back twice as dangerous as the last time. But hell, he's not fighting Chan Sung Jung on a return fight. He's fighting Yair Rodriguez, man.
Yeah.
You know, last time he fought Max. He lost. He came back against Chan Sung Jung, beat Chan Sung Jung easy. This ain't Chan Sung Jung. This is Yair. Yair's fire, man. I think Yair's gonna come on and play the distance game on him for a lot of rounds, and then probably look to close the show. That 4.5, in the rounds, it being the distance, I think that shit could go. I think that shit could finish within the distance, but it's gonna be on. It's gonna be up to Yair. It's gonna be up to Yair.
Yep.
Yep. But
You
it's
gotta
gonna be
have
a
that
really damn good fight. But I
gotta have
think
that
Yair
volume.
may get this done on T City, boy, based
Yeah,
on that volume. Yep.
nice, dude. Yeah, well, it's going to be actually a phenomenal event after the last 2 weeks. I feel like have been a little lackluster. I actually like a lot of the fights here on this card, and it should be a lot of fun. So hopefully next week we're here cashing bets as we do. Mr. B, you want to shout out your Twitter handle and where you'll be live for the UFC event tomorrow, 8 a.m.
Yes, sir. Catch me, Mr. B at Mr. B 1986 on Twitter. You could drop a question or whatever you would like, man. In the DMs, they're always open, man. I answer. I'm gonna be this tomorrow. I'll be on OK Live. We're gonna be watching these events. 11 p.m. Well, 11 p.m. I wish 11
Yeah.
a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific for this card because this card is super early.
I'm stoked. I'm
Prelims
stoked to
start
have
at
fucking
11. Yeah.
coffee and fights, baby, on the West
Yep.
Coast.
So we're gonna catch those prelims and the main card. And yeah, man, I'll be out there watching this joint, and I'll be doing play-by-play on Twitter as well, talking about it. So that's the situation, man. So y'all
Awesome,
better
man.
catch it.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you having you here as always, my man. I appreciate
Of
every
course,
single
bro.
one of you, all you subscribers, and everyone tuning in. Appreciate you, Jr. Gomez, Kick Your Bass, Mel B, Gary Boxing MMA, Army
Got
Vet,
it.
Emmanuel, everybody who makes it
Word.
possible, Ted Hicks, everybody that we love, Kick Your Bass. Like I said, really, really can't thank y'all enough. Until next week, until next time, let's fucking roll, baby.
Yes, sir.